Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel. This footage comes to us out of Bartholomew County, Indiana, and it raises this question. If the police have a valid arrest warrant for somebody, but they end up arresting the completely wrong person just with the same name, can you sue them for that? Is that a civil rights violation? Take a look at this footage and then I will try to answer that question for you.
It looks like you might have an active warrant, man. So just until they confirm or deny, I'm going to detain you, okay?
Tell me for what?
Can you put your hands behind your back for me?
Yeah.
Go ahead for me. It looks just for failure to appear. That's all I have on my end, but when we get down there, they'll be able to give me the actual warrant and I can tell you what it was for.
I've never had any sort of interaction with law enforcement out of this county ever.
3/10/1993.
What's that?
Your birthday?
No. 1/5/94.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, it's not me.
That's on them, not me. Come on, we're gonna take it back. We're gonna take it back. I'm gonna take you out of those cuffs. Dispatch confirmed the wrong person. Hey guys.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm alright. Can I have everybody step out here, please?
Yeah.
Including those two.
Yeah, guys, come out here, guys.
So the police were called to what appears to be some sort of storage facility, again in Bartholomew County, Indiana. This is the Bartholomew County Sheriff's Department. You'll see what happens is when the officer gets the IDs, one of the IDs comes back to a name where there's a valid outstanding arrest warrant.
You good, man. Oh, we just got a report of you guys. Is there a third?
Yeah. Brandon.
Okay. Yeah, come on.
He wants you out here.
Okay. So basically what happened is we got a report of you guys loading up things into your vehicles.
Right.
Yeah. It's his step. They just
Yeah.
closed and he needed to get his step out.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
Do you have
yeah.
any proof that
I can probably
is...
find a bill or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yep.
I'll find something. No, that's...
Do you have your driver's license by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I borrow that, please?
Sure.
Need some bills in your email?
I kind of figured y'all would probably show up.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet totally show up.
Can I have ID for
Oh,
you too
yeah,
as well?
sorry.
Okay. District 340, can you advise what items they're not supposed to have? And could you also confirm that J4 on the Brandon Bowman subject?
So here the officer is asking dispatch to confirm the warrant on this guy named Brandon Bowman.
I'm clear. My partner's advising that they can take the stuff. He just wanted them to leave, I guess.
Sir,
How are you?
late to the party. What's going on?
Nothing, it's what it sounds like.
Okay.
It sounds like that
Like a bullshit call.
the Bowman subject might have a J4 though.
Okay.
Sorry about that's you.
Yep.
That's you. Brandon, can you stand up for me, man?
Yeah.
It looks like you might have an active warrant, man. So just until they confirm or deny, I'm going to detain you,
Can you
okay?
tell me for what?
Can you put your hands behind your back for me?
Yeah.
Go ahead for me.
Brandon Bowman, 3/10/93.
Did you catch that? So the dispatcher did confirm that there was a warrant for this guy named Brandon Bowman and confirms what the correct individual's date of birth is supposed to be. Now contrast that with footage from a little bit later where the officer realizes his mistake and says, wait a minute, what's your date of birth?
3/10/1993.
What's that?
Your birthday?
No. No. 1594.
And keep in mind, he had the guy's accurate ID that had his accurate, real date of birth on it, which was not 1993.
Alright, it looks like a failure to appear, man.
Failure to appear for what?
Clear, J3. I'll tell you when we get to the car. Alright?
Okay.
Can you put your cigarette out for me?
I don't think so.
Alright, I'm gonna pat you down, alright? Is this just property right here? Are you gonna want to take this with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I sent my phone.
Okay. Is that just a piece of candy right there?
Yeah.
Or is that a key fob you need to something?
No, I don't need that.
Okay.
I think it's like a rock.
Alright. It looks like a key fob.
It looks like it's plastic. I don't think it's candy.
Okay.
I think it's like for like. Okay, so you don't. Okay.
You don't need it? What's this right here? Your phone? I'm gonna take it out, alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Is your keys in your bag? Yes, sir. You cool if they take it? Yeah, that was very cool.
Alright. Take a seat for me. Can you get on the other side and pass that through to you? You're good, man.
We need the seatbelt?
Yeah.
Oh, I understand, yeah.
We had to cut down a tree, that's why there's wood shavings back there, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right.
I know they're uncomfortable, but it's a short ride. Yeah, I'll look it up for you right now. Yeah, no problem. It looks just for failure to appear. That's all I have on my end, but when we get down there, they'll be able to give me the actual warrant and I can tell you what it was for. Let me see.
I've never had any sort of interaction with law enforcement out of this county ever. I mean, I've never lived here. I've never.
It just looks like failure to appear. It might not have even been out of this county. But let's see. (3/10/1993).
What's that?
Your birthday?
No. 1594.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, that's not me. Birthday's 1594.
Yeah.
That's actually 305.
That's on them, not me. Come on, we're gonna take it back. We're gonna take it back. I'm gonna take you out of those cuffs.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy, but isn't that just what you want in a law enforcement officer? Is somebody, when they realize they made a mistake, they blame the dispatcher. But just to be sure, let's listen again to what the dispatcher told the police officer at the scene as far as the name and real date of birth of the person who's supposed to be arrested.
Brandon Bowman, 3/10/93.
And then let's look at the moment where the officer first bothers to ask the guy he put in handcuffs and arrested what his date of birth is.
3/10/1993.
What's that?
Your birthday?
No.
That's On them, not on me, man. I'm sorry.
I'm totally not even upset with you, bud. At all.
Like,
I'm just so
that's
confused.
from dispatch
I'm just so confused.
because they told me you were wanted, and that's not
Yeah, it's
your
not-
fault or my
I
fault.
ain't mad at you.
Listen. Here's your ID back.
Thank you very
That's
much.
you. I'm gonna take you back. Are they still there? Do you know? Can you give them a
Probably
call real
not.
quick?
Yeah, I can call them.
And I'll meet them with you.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I got service in here.
Here, hold on. Get in the car and I'll
Alright.
take you back. Open the door. Open the door. Yeah. Dispatch confirmed the wrong person. And could you also confirm that J4 on the Brandon Bowman subject?
Brandon Bowman, 31093.
Yeah, he's not even coming. On 450 South? Like all the way south? Yeah, I don't care. Oh, yeah, I can take you there. 393040. I need to call you.
You can see that the officer now calls who is presumably his supervisor, and he's going to explain that he is screwed up. But listen carefully. Does he accurately describe what happened, or is he still in CYA mode and blaming the dispatcher when the dispatcher necessarily didn't do anything wrong?
On a warrant, but dispatch confirmed the wrong person. It's not going to be him. I took him out of cuffs, and I'm taking him to meet the people that he was with at the Circle K on State Road 11. So I didn't begin the booking process or anything like that. I'm just going to document in my report what happened exactly. They confirmed the wrong Bradley Bowman. I did, and they told me he was Sigma 40. Yeah, but the socials are different. 10-4, can you text me their number? Thank you so much. All right, bye. I'm sorry, man. I'm just glad I caught it before. Yeah. You're good, man. It's more on us than it is you, and I apologize, man. Is this the one you wanted to go to? All right, man. Just to make sure you know what happened, okay? You have the exact same name and date of birth as someone else.
So
and the socials are just different. I just want to make sure you know that I wasn't. I'm going to explain it to them as well.
Well, I can't wait for this story gets out.
So.
You didn't tell me your parking brake was on. That thing was singing all the way down. I got to move right park.
So what happened was he has the same name and information as someone wanted. I was informed that he was wanted.
Right.
And the social security numbers are just off by a couple numbers. Okay.
Right. You, huh?
And that's what happened.
Right.
It was just a clerical mistake on mine and dispatch's part.
Yeah.
As long as you're good, I'm good. Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, man.
All right. Yep.
You
No
have a good
problem.
one.
Yep.
Take care, man.
You too.
Thank you.
Yep. No problem. Thanks.
So this guy was arrested for the arrest warrant of somebody else who, at the very least, has the same name. It all comes down to reasonableness. So a mistaken arrest that's based on a facially valid warrant for some other individual does not violate the Fourth Amendment, where the police officers reasonably mistook the arrestee for the person who is named on the warrant. And there are cases that are just across the board, across the country, on what is reasonable and what is not reasonable. Unfortunately for this particular case, again, this happened in Bartholomew County, Indiana. Indiana is in the 7th Federal Circuit, and there's actually, believe it or not, a case out of the 7th Circuit called Johnson versus Miller, where the court concludes that a police officer's misidentification arrest of a white woman pursuant to an arrest warrant for a black woman did not violate the Constitution. So it might be an uphill battle there in the 7th Circuit. What is a reasonable mistake for a police officer? Obviously, the bar has been set very low by the courts. Now, looking at this case in particular, with his body cam running, he's defending himself. He's engaging in a little bit of CYA, and he's saying that, well, all that was different was the social security number. But if you actually watch the footage, but I think we see that the exact moment that the police officer realizes he has the wrong person is when he says, like, wait a minute, what's your date of birth? And the guy has a different date of birth than the individual for the arrest warrant.
And could you also confirm that J4 on the Brandon Bowman subject?
Brandon Bowman, 31093.
They have different dates of birth, and all you had to do was look at the date of birth. It was right there. It was a completely different guy, and you don't even need to go to the social security number. And the officer just didn't even bother to verify himself about the date of birth. Now, he's blaming the dispatcher. Anyways, let me know what you think. Do you think that this police officer acted unreasonably here? Make sure to subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. We're just about over the 300,000 mark, so I appreciate it. Help me get there. Remember, freedom is scary. Deal with it.